Well, hello, everybody. Here is take two. It was a little bit strange. There was a message that came up and said I couldn't do what I wanted to do. So let me know when you're here so I know that it did connect correctly. Today's topic is interesting for me. Um, I really didn't want to do, hey, Robert, thanks for being here. I didn't want to do a Facebook Live today with everything that has been going on. And, I argued with myself. And then when I came into the office, I looked and there was one book that stuck out as a title on my desk. And the title of that book is Conquering the Chaos. And I went, wow, what an idea, conquering the chaos. And so I'm going to share with you a couple of ideas. Hey, Shelley, Don, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Gerlene, she says my camera is tilted. I'm not sure why the camera is tilted. Is it tilted for everyone? So kind of give me a heads up here, guys. Um, this is how we normally do it. So anyway, conquering the chaos is the one thing I want to say is that I do not have all of the answers. I'm in this process with everyone, but I think that some of the things that I have come to grips with is something that will help everybody on the call. So number one is can't organize. We can't organize chaos. And when we understand that, it's like one of the things my wife says as a psychotherapist is that we cannot ever overcome the currents in the ocean. If we fight against those currents, if we want to make them normal, that is something that we are going to get frustrated with. It's going to it will wear us out, and we will give up. We'll drown. And so once we understand we can't organize it, it becomes more normal. And then it's the same concept is we can't control it. There is nothing we can do to eliminate or to adjust the, the, the circumstances that are coming to us. But we can control our response. And we know this intellectually, but there are times when we really feel like we're really out of control. And so really what I have come to understand is, particularly in 2020, there is something that I have called layering. And that's where we have so many things that are happening that are out of our control, and many of them are negative. Is that we have the global type of things like the pandemic, we have the Black Lives Matter, the social unrest, the economic strife and stresses that we're all feeling. And then we have the personal things, the personal losses, the connections at home, the communication, maybe with our kids. There's all those things that mesh in. And that can really disturb what it is that we wanted to get out of this year. And so, one of the things that I said on a program earlier today is that everything in business that happens affects our personal life, and everything in our personal life controls, or not controls, but affects our business life. So, what can we do? Is really the question that I wanted to give you some ideas today. Hey, Janet, thanks for watching. So, one of the things that I really believe was most damning or destructive out of the pandemic was the separation, was putting us in quarantine. There's an old adage, if you can separate and, just dismantle that connection, you can conquer. And, the idea that as humans, we need that touch. And so the first thing is to connect in some way in so that you have that personal connection. It could be on a Facebook, it could be a text, it could be, nothing that has to do like what we're doing today on a Facebook Live. It's not something that formal, but connect with other people. Now, depending upon where you are with the comfort of being able to reach out in person, I know a lot of people have reached out to me and they say they're hug deprived. They need the hugs. And so if you feel like that is something that is okay for you, please do it. I am doing that myself. But if you feel like it's something that you're still not wanting or comfortable in doing, please have permission to stay there as well. It's okay. So, but the whole idea when we reach out is that we realize we're not alone. We're not the only ones feeling this. We're not the ones that are somehow weird. We are not less than. We are normal. We're human beings, and we need that interaction, need that connection, that conversation. You know, many of you have heard me say that we're in a world now of community. We're going as a community. We're no longer the lone wolves. And it's, hey, Beata, it's the idea that, together we're stronger and we'll make it through this. But we really need that social connection. And number two, I'd like to suggest for you to be an influencer. Be an influencer. You know, one of the things that is interesting, we talk about being a leader, but an influencer is something different. Being an influencer is having an impact. And when we have that impact, we're giving people permission to stay engaged, to stay out there, to have the benefits of their business, their relationships, but it's giving people permission to still, have a purpose. And so the thing that's interesting when you're an influencer, there's always a concept that when we teach, we learn more as teachers than we do as a student many times because we are going through the process ourselves and we're having to disseminate that in a way that is understandable to someone else. And so that ability to be that influencer right now has multiple benefits out in the public. And again, it leads back to other people having permission that they too can move forward, that they do make a difference. They do have some control because they have the control of what they respond to the environment, whatever that is for them. And so that influencer is something that's a little bit different than what is being talked about a lot in the marketplace today. But think about it. How can you influence? How can you impact in a meaningful way right now? And so the third thing is, one of my big things is be seen. And being seen is being a leader, being that person that not only has influence, but has the ability to walk the talk. So we don't always have the perfect verbiage. We don't always have the perfect look. You know me. There's times that I stumble over words. But the message is what's more important than the person delivering the message. And so when we really embrace that, we have permission to not be perfect. We have permission to go out and maybe stimulate thought in a different way that's going to benefit someone else, that is going to allow them to benefit someone else that we will never have that opportunity to have that direct connection with. So being seen, doing the Facebook Lives, writing. Some of you are more comfortable writing the articles, writing the blogs. There's perfect examples that can have a major influence as well. Hey, Ricky Lee, and having that ability to really showcase yourself in a way that benefit others. And when we do that, people will actually be drawn to us. Russell, thank you for being here. And when we have that benefit, now we will find more purpose. We will find that we will do things for others more than we will do things for ourselves. I think most of you will probably relate to that. So if we start looking at, or not if, when we start looking at what we are doing because of what the benefit it will be for someone else, we'll also receive a benefit. It's just the way it works, but it's not the main purpose. It's not the main drive. And so those three things, I wanted to bring those to you. And I have a request. One of the things that I've been building is my YouTube channel. And when I put out things both on the Give Back series and other programs, you'll be notified when they come out. So if you'd like to follow the things that I'm doing, would you go to my Gary Barnes YouTube channel and just subscribe? And you'll just have those notifications out there when they come out. I just want to say I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are all important to me. And, this has become an international. Gurleen's from India. I know that we have people around the country, Texas, California. I've seen different names come up. So, thank you. And just know that we will get through this. I know it's been frustrating. Ricky Lee, I just saw her name came up. She's a competitive ballroom dancer, and by the way, she's really good. You need to go check her out. And some of the things that we love and that really gives us purpose and joy in life right now is on the sidelines. And we're looking forward to doing the boot camp in September. That is still on. We did move it from July because of the regulations of how many people we could have in the room. But all in all, we're going to make it. We're going to make it together. And I love and appreciate each and every one of you. So I will see you next Thursday for the next Facebook Live, 1 o'clock Mountain Time. Have a great week.